will be in the report. I'll get it to you guys later on tonight. It will have photos, descriptions, locations. So everything I mentioned right now will be in the report for you. But yeah, overall everything went really well. Air conditioning unit looks like it's brand new, around 1 to 2 years old. We always go off the manufacturer date, but you always want to see when they installed it. But manufacturer date's only 1 to 2 years old, so working and functioning well. Typically ACs will go anywhere between 15 to 25 years, so plenty of life left on it. Heater for the home is original, so we're at 19 years old. Heater's still working and functioning well, getting really good hot air coming out of all the vents, all the registers. But typically heaters go anywhere between 30 and 35 years, so plenty of life left on it. Water heater was around 4 years old. Typically those go anywhere between 10 to 12 years. So plenty of life left on it, getting hot water of all the locations. So all your major components were in really good shape. We'll start right out here and we'll just kind of work our way around. Starting with the exterior, I didn't notice anything in the exterior. That would be HOA responsibility anyways, but we always document it. I didn't see anything. You do have some minor settling cracks in the front. Pretty common, especially with the concrete. You get soil, it's always expanding, contracting, so you'll get little cracks in the concrete. Sometimes little cracks on the garage floor. No structure, no foundation issues, just pretty common. And this most likely is HOA responsibility. I just took photos, so it's in the report for you guys. That way, if you ever want to have them fix it, you can show it to them.
Okay. So like normally we need to report back to HOA and then they're gonna fix it.
Yeah, that's how it happened in the front. Now HOAs take forever to get to fixing things, but that's why I took photos of it, just so you guys can tell them, hey, we had an inspector come, this is what he noticed. And just kind of get the ball rolling with them.
Got it.
Only other thing I wanted to mention outside, if the homeowner is going to leave the Ring doorbell,
It is.
definitely make sure they delete all their account information. That way no one has access to anyone's account. You just want to make sure when you put all your information there, it's a clear doorbell, everything's been wiped out.
I see.
Yeah, not exactly sure. You can look it up online. It's pretty easy. There's a master reset button somewhere. You just hold it down for a couple seconds, or go and just delete everything from online. You just don't want them to have access to any of your account information.
Got it.
Alright?
Sounds good.
Perfect. And we'll go right into the little patio area, and then we'll kind of work our way back to the house.
The exterior
It's okay.
is HOA.
Okay.
And this crack, you'll see it throughout everywhere.
Yeah.
If the crack is big, correct me if I'm wrong, and if it's uneven, then it's usually structural. Am I
Yeah,
correct?
if the unevens, even that's still okay, but it's when the crack gets big, within like a ½ inch or bigger, that's when you may look at some structural things. But little cracks, spider cracking, you'll see at the stucco as well. That's all pretty common, just normal wear and
The
tear.
building is settling, so
Yeah,
everywhere.
and if you really bothered you, you could repatch it, and then you wouldn't see it again. But little cracks, unfortunately, just pop up over time.
Yes.
Fencing, lighting, everything was working and functioning well. This was the lights for out there. Again, a couple settling cracks right here on the floor, just what we talked about, just for normal settling.
So it's not under the HOA, right? So
This most likely is going to be your guys' responsibility,
okay.
just because it is your property. One building material I really like is what's called pavers. They're almost like little interlocking bricks, but what they do is they move with the soil, so you'll never see any cracking with them. One thing you may see is a little elevation changes in the pavers themselves, but those are pretty easy to fix. You just pull them up, re-level the ground, and then put them back down. Right now, you're kind of dealing with, concrete if you really wanted to fix it, demolition, stuff like that. So just one thing to think about in the future. If not, you could, you could live with this concrete. These are all the cracks you're going to see. You're not going to see much more than that. So, totally livable. Nothing, really you need to fix or anything like that.
understood.
Outlets, everything else was working and functioning well. Outlets are all on proper GFCI protection, which is a safety feature. Just if you lose any power to the outlet back here, there's going to be an outlet in the garage where it's going to be your main reset. I'll show you where it is. You just want to push the top button in, just if you lose any power to this outlet. Basically a protective device, so if you lose power, it's just going to be in the garage.
I see. Just want to make sure that when you're saying about the power of this one, okay. What occasions we are using this power?
So if you guys wanted to plug in, let's say you wanted to put an outdoor smoker or electric, or some outdoor lighting or anything like
TV.
that. TV, yeah, whatever you kind of want.
Anything electric.
You have that outlet back here, so whatever you wanted to plug in.
Yeah.
And then it is nice because it is covered by the patio, so you don't necessarily have to worry about water, moisture, or anything getting inside the outlet. and it is on the proper GFCI protection, which is a safety feature. So everything's in good shape with that.
GFCI, there's a button there.
Yeah.
So for example, if you are washing your hands,
Yeah.
some electric happens, it automatically trips.
Okay,
so
okay.
you don't get electrocuted.
Yeah, I'll show you when we get in
Yes.
the kitchen.
Yes.
There's an example in the bathrooms.
Okay.
I'll show you guys. It's a lot easier to see when I can point it
Yeah,
out to
yeah.
you.
Just out of curiosity, barbecue here is okay, or do you
Yes,
think it's...
you just can't use charcoal, no coal.
Ah, okay.
No coal, but gas, yes, you can,
Yes,
absolutely.
okay, okay.
But no charcoal,
Okay.
because charcoal flames can just go to another building
Got
and
it.
cause fire.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Understood.
Or electric barbecues are, I think, better. So
Sounds
that's
good.
what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Really
Oh,
sorry.
Sorry, excuse me.
Thank you.
I gotta put these on.
Oh, okay.
So Matt, on the recessed light, normally, what's the longevity? How long is that?
On the
Yes.
recess lighting?
Yeah. Recess.
That, you know, off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure. I want to say each bulb maybe goes between 2 to 3 years before you have to replace them.
I see.
But yeah, as far as that goes, I don't want to give you a wrong answer. I'm not 100% sure.
And they sell these usually in 2 packs.
2 packs.
That one
It's
is
like
yeah,
20
right here.
bucks.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
two.
yeah, yeah.
I just didn't want to turn it off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the lights, windows, everything is working and functioning well. You have added electrical on top, so if you guys wanted to put more lights or, you know, that we're kind of in a bad position for a ceiling fan. But I guess if you really wanted to, you could put a ceiling fan is there as well, or in the middle. Tested all the windows, outlets, everything was working and functioning well in here. You do have an electronic starting gas fireplace. So fireplace is on an electronic starter. It is gas powered, so it is gonna produce heat. The switch is right behind here. And nice that it lights up really quick. Yeah, typically these take a little while, but yeah, lit up first try.
That's lovely.
Everything was working and functioning really good with that.
So
I don't need any maintenance on this. Just
nothing.
let it be,
And
right?
do not burn wood in it. No wood.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's only
you just
gas.
wanna leave
It's
it the
usually
way it
for
is.
cosmetic.
Yeah.
But I use it. I have the same, and it gives nice heat.
Yeah, that's
So you just and close these. You want to close these so Daniel doesn't get
Oh,
in.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
no, never.
And so it gives nice heat.
I
If you don't want to turn the heat on, turn this on. It will give you some heat.
Yeah, yeah.
But it sucks a lot of gas, so money, expensive.
Ah, got it, got
So
it.
yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
curious what this stands for.
That's for the outside light.
Ah, okay. Do we have lights?
You should. Yes.
I don't feel.
Oh, I'm sorry. That one at the end, that's gonna be for the half hot. So you have a switch right now along the wall that's controlled by the outlet. Basically, you plug in your lamp. So if you were coming in, you turn it on from there.
Ah,
Yeah, you don't have. I'm sorry, you don't have any exterior lights in the
There is
front.
one here.
That's all but HOA on solar timer.
automatic.
ah, I
It will.
see.
Yeah.
So when you're saying connect for the other lamp, then what should we do? So it's the master, right?
Now, if you want to get a lamp, like a big lamp,
Uh-huh.
you plug it in here.
Uh-huh.
Let me show you. Look at this one.
Uh-huh.
This one's the holes are at the bottom.
Yeah.
Usually the one the turned around one, right?
Yeah.
Close it. So this one, if you want to put a lamp,
Hmm.
you plug it in there,
Yeah.
and
And
it
then
will
it
control
it
that.
operates
Okay.
from the
Yeah, yeah,
switch.
yeah.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Got it, got it. Okay.
Additional.
Okay.
The rest of them, the buttons are going to control the lights, but that specific one is for this,
I see.
for you to put a lamp.
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, and typically most of the time that's how all bedrooms, living rooms are. They have one dedicated outlet that's to the switch. That way you can do that.
It's not automatically like turn on. It's supposed to be
No,
on.
yeah, that's so the light's not always on. Kind of, you know, older, not older, but kind of older school. Now new construction, like you said, everything's just on because all the lighting's inside.
Do Alexa. You can do Alexa,
Uh-huh.
and then put it in and say, turn on Alexa, and it will
Yeah,
turn on.
yeah.
Okay, okay,
That's what we do.
okay.
Yes.
Right, we can go right into the bathroom right over here.
We can leave her stuff out. We don't need to put it back in there. She said just leave it out so they don't get wet.
Okay, you
So
got it.
We are good. Okay, so we removed everything from the top and the
I
sink
see.
to test.
Yeah, tested everything in here. Sink, shower was getting good pressure. Bathtub faucet, see how it's a little bit loose? Ideally, you want to put some caulking around there just to close that opening. That way no water or anything's getting back in there. getting good water pressure out of it. Only thing that wasn't working was the exhaust fan and the light for it. Just looks like an older exhaust fan, just looks like it's ran its course. But right now when I turn on all the switches, the lighting works fine. This
Oh, the
exhaust.
fan is not working.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh,
Perfect. Yeah, I tried it. I tried it like 3 times earlier. It wouldn't turn on, but yeah, right now
Can we
it's
do
working.
one more time?
You got it.
or maybe you need to turn both of them at the same time. 2 switches.
Yeah, my best guess is that because no one's been using this bathroom for a while, it probably hadn't been turned on. Now that we kept on playing with it, it finally got it, and now it's working every time.
So
Everything else was working and functioning well. No leaks underneath the sink. A little bit of a low flow on the sink itself. Now overall water pressure is good. Just looks like a little bit of a lower flow on the sink. Could be the design as well. This looks like a newer faucet. So a lot of newer faucets are designed to have a low flow feature to them. Basically to save water. So right now it's working and functioning fine. You're just not getting
Not enough.
extreme pressure to it.
Marcus, what about this one?
Yes.
So can we ask the lady to fix it up before?
Yes.
Okay.
So once we get the report from Matt, we're gonna make a list.
I see. And then we don't have to change the fan, like no, okay.
No, unless you want to get something different, nicer. It's up to you. But I wouldn't touch it. It looks
No
very,
idea.
it looks
Yeah.
very clean.
Yeah,
It looks good.
I guess so.
Yes.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it just looks like no one had been in here
Yes.
for a while. The
Yes.
stuff wasn't being turned on.
Yes.
I'm not familiar with this switching, so this one for this one for the fan.
Is it fire sprinkler there?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep, and interior fire sprinklers throughout the home. Biggest thing is you never want to paint over this cap because it is temperature sensitive. But as far as service and anything goes, you don't have a service box inside the garage, so service is all done by the HOA.
Got it.
Yes.
Sounds
So
good. Yeah.
your fire, if it was a single family, you had to do it. Here, HOA does it for you,
I see.
which is great.
Okay.
Roof is done by the HOA.
Yeah.
Making our way into this bedroom.
Yep.
Tested all the outlets, windows. Windows are working and functioning well. You do have, and this was the only window, it's called what's called a failed seal. So it's kind of hard to tell, but see how the top window is getting a little bit cloudy? You have what's called argon gas in between these dual window panes. Over time, Windows 19 years old, the gas seeps out and mixes with regular oxygen, basically creating this condensation. Now, no moisture is getting into the walls. Everything's staying in between the window panes. On hot days, it may look a little worse. On colder days, you may not even see it at all. But the only thing with this is the only way to really fix it is to replace the window pane itself. So not a full window replacement. You just have to replace the glass to the window. This size window probably looking anywhere between $400 to $600. But yeah, no, just purely cosmetic. If you wanted to, you could leave it. Windows still working and functioning fine. Only thing is over time, it may just get a little bit cloudier to where you can't see very well out of it.
Got it.
All the outlets, ceiling fan, everything else in here was working and functioning well. I'm just putting these back down to the size it was.
Very delicate job you have. So
Yeah.
very impressed. Marcus, do you think we need to ask for those?
We can.
Okay.
This is more cosmetic.
Uh-huh.
It's not like something's not working.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah, we
talk
can
about it and
discuss,
yes, and see what.
Do you think this one is included?
No,
No.
because that's not attached. But do you want it?
Yeah, I think it's a good fit, isn't it?
All right.
Right? I think she's really made it up together.
Yes.
It wasn't existing.
Well, this
before.
comes with it. This is included.
Yeah.
This is attached.
Yeah, I don't think they're taking that. That's
No, they
all
can.
mounted to the
Yes.
wall.
And I think this is mounted too. Oh, sorry.
That's right.
It's in the hallway. I'll show it to you later.
Everything else, closet doors, everything was working and functioning well. Ceiling fan. Only thing was, and throughout the home, you are missing some door stops.
Yes.
So you just want to be careful that you don't do any damage to the drywall. Missing a couple door stops on this door, that bathroom door. So just want to be careful.
I see. About the fan, how can we control? It's like
So
How can
fan
we
is
make it-
controlled off the remote.
okay.
And then also there's a main kill switch over here. So you always have to turn this switch on for the fan to work. But if you want to turn it off completely, you just hit that switch off. But in order to control it, you want to turn it on, and then everything's controlled by the
Like
remote.
the speed, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, it's good learning. Yeah, it's really important because we're never gonna use it if we don't know.
Right over here is your thermostat. Ran a cycle of heating and cooling. Everything was working and functioning well. Now just your normal thermostat, if you did want to switch it out for a Nest or something that you control from your phone, pretty easy to do. If not, pretty simple, just your basic, you want to turn it on heat, turn the temperature to whatever you want.
For
Same
the
thing with cooling.
saving energy, do you recommend to change to Nest?
No, the Nest isn't really going to save on energy.
Okay.
Air conditioning unit's very new, so that's going to be really efficient. Heater's not that old, it's only around 19, so both of them are going to be pretty on the efficient side. But as far as changing the thermostat, that's not really going to do anything for the efficiency of it.
You can program this too. This is programmable. So if you are out of the house and if you want it to work at certain times, you can do it too.
I see.
But Nest is more better, easier.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you can program this. The Nest just you can't control anything from your phone on this. This
Yes.
doesn't have that app.
Yes.
You can program it, set it, timer. It has all the normal functions, but you can't control it from the phone. Is the only thing.
I see.
Okay.
Right over here is going to be the heaters. Heater's in great shape, 19 years old. Typically these go anywhere between 30 and 35 years, so plenty of life left on it. Working and functioning well, getting really good temperature change out of it. Right down here is going to be your filter location. You want to be diligent about changing out the filter every 3 to 6 months. Filter's in pretty good shape now, but always recommend once you move in just to change out the filter and just to keep track when you do it.
Is it one of ask or it doesn't have to be included? You can ask.
Normally they don't replace it. We can ask them.
Okay.
These are like $5-6 at Home Depot.
Okay.
And if you want to buy it like 4 or 5 of them,
Uh-huh.
you can probably buy like $20. You can buy a bunch of them.
Got it, got it.
So-
And then we do it by ourselves, like right?
And then make sure you write the measurement. I always write the measurement of the
I
filter
see.
on it, and then the date that I replaced,
I see.
so that I know.
And yeah, you can ask for whatever you want, but
Yes.
typically they don't fix the little things like this, like the filter. I wouldn't worry about. The only thing I really would ask when we get to it is the dishwasher. You have a clogged drain line, so
Yes.
right now when you go to drain it, it leaks a little bit. So maybe I'd ask for that. These kind of little things, not really worth it, just because you can do it yourself and they're pretty cheap and simple. Yeah, exactly.
It will take the attention away from the big ticket
Yeah,
items.
exactly. Closet was in great shape. Shelving's all secure.
It's
Everything's
built in, right?
mounted. Yeah, built-in
Okay.
mountain, built into the wall. They're not going to take
That
that.
stays.
Only thing was you were missing a doorstop. So, you're not going to fully open it all the time, but you just want to be careful if you ever do.
Yeah.
The bedroom is missing a door stopper too.
Carbon monoxide alarm is going to be right here. This is going to be the doorbell chime. You can change. This is just basically a cover, but behind it is going to be the doorbell chime. If you didn't like that cover, you could change it to whatever you wanted to.
What
Shouldn't
is that
this be
for?
lower?
Like,
The carbon monoxide?
Should be lower, I guess.
No, technically
Because the
that's
gas
okay.
is-
Yeah, they say carbon monoxide sits, but the reason why it's okay, they say because the house always has ventilation, air's
Yes.
always flowing through it, so
Okay.
it's gonna get there. That's why those 2-in-1 combinations are okay as well.
Okay.
But yeah, ideally the best would be to get a plug
Yes.
in and put it on the floor.
Yes.
carbon monoxide? Why are you checking?
Because if you leave, this is gas. If you leave the gas on accidentally, or your fireplace leaks gas, you won't smell.
Okay.
And then, God for you can
This
die.
one is like a beep 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 beep.
That's
beep,
correct.
That one.
That's why I said, because the gas will come up.
Ah.
But look, your height,
Ah.
and that's there. By the time it gets there, it already
And then-
passed you. So that I put it down here. Okay, so the gas is going to come up
Oh.
before it comes to your face. It will come there.
Is it detachable so
Yes.
we can replace
Yes,
like?
yes. She probably glued it, like taped it there.
I got it.
But you can get one
Got it.
that you can plug here.
Maybe here, like
I would get
untouchable.
one that's plugged in, I think, because
If you were gonna move that, if you were gonna change that at all, I would get the plug-in one.
Yes.
If not, I would just leave that.
Because-
That's the code. That's totally fine. If you
Yes.
really want to get one for more added security, you can get one you plug into the wall. If not, you're
Just
okay with that one.
limit it.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's
I didn't notice that we have closet here.
Yeah, tons of space. Tested everything in here. Lighting, ceiling fan. Ceiling fan, same thing. It's controlled with the remote.
Yeah.
But you do have the main switch to turn it on and off. So yeah, you can turn it on. You program it to where when you turn on the switch, the fan turns on as well. Doors, windows, everything else was working and functioning well in here. No issues with the windows, outlets. Everything was in really good shape in the master bedroom.
you need
Just
the door
wanna
stopper.
understand
Just-
the buttons here.
Mm-hmm. That's for the hallway.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's going to be for that half hot
Yes.
switch we were talking about.
Yeah. This one is the.
And then that one's for the fan.
Wait.
You're just not seeing it. Look at the fan. The fan light.
And
Yeah.
then there'll be remote control too.
Yeah, the remote control's right there. Turned it on. Everything's working and functioning good with the fan.
Okay.
Flooring was all in really good shape. Wood tile flooring. Didn't see any damage to it. No cracks on the tile. So everything was working and functioning well in here.
Yes.
Tested everything. Ran the shower. Shower was secure. No deteriorated grout. Ran the bathtub. Everything was working and functioning well. Again, same thing with the sinks. Just because that's how they're designed, they're low flow, so you're not going to get that full pressure. Nothing wrong with it. Just now, newer sinks all have that water feature in there.
Okay. If I just open the hot water too.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Doesn't
No, it doesn't. It always stays the same. Just that's just kind of by design to save water. Just some people see that and think that there's something wrong with the sink. It's not. Just kind of by design. Now all new sinks are like that.
Doesn't
Matt,
the water heater? I'm so
Sorry,
sorry.
sorry.
Doesn't the water heater some feature where you do something and the water comes out stronger?
No, so what you can do if you really want to, you can increase your water pressure.
Yes.
When we get to the garage, I'll show you where you can do that off the pressure regulating valve. But you can't increase the pressure just to the sinks. You're going to increase the pressure to the whole home. Now, I don't know, maybe there's a trick a plumber can do to increase just the pressure to the sinks. But all I know is increasing the pressure to the whole home. Which
But do you think it's only the faucet here or this?
no, it's only the faucet, showers, bathtubs, everything else. Pressure's good, really good.
Okay.
It's only because these are low flow faucets,
Oh.
so they're designed.
Okay.
They're designed that way.
Okay.
Yeah, no issue with it.
Other one is I just noticed that the paint is like scratchy.
Yes,
so
I took note of that.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's
You can
really
open
good.
whatever you want.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah,
I
no
just
leaks or
wanna
anything.
check.
Of course.
this one, Yeah. How can I
Yeah.
turn it on?
Turn on the side handles.
Okay.
Yeah, see, bathtub, shower, everything is normal pressure. Just the sink, but that's how they're designed.
These are not original. These are
Yeah,
low flow.
This is one.
I think you can touch up paint. Touch up paint.
Basically, there's shower. Okay, so I mean, okay. I was just imagining how to,
Clean it.
Daniel yeah. Because having that, what is that,
The handle. The
handle
shower handle.
is easy. So I was
Yes.
just thinking that
Yes.
I need to take him to that.
Yes.
I don't know.
Or maybe you can install one here. With the combo. I don't know if they sell something like this and with a handle. I'm not sure.
Ah, okay.
I'm not sure.
But it's good. It's good.
Yeah, you can buy whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
If you have the money, you can
Yeah,
buy whatever you
yeah,
want to.
just
But everything
like
right now is
yeah,
working and
okay.
functioning well. Toilet was secure. Again, I tested it. No leaks. Everything was working and functioning well. Tested the walls. Exhaust fan lighting. Everything was working and functioning well
I
in here.
think the button is here inside. Okay. Right? Which one?
Is it?
Color? Oh, she's really artistic. Okay, this is another closet. Okay.
And then tested everything in here. We just made sure shelving was secure. Everything was working and functioning well. One thing I do want to point out, and this is just for information wise, I'm not exactly sure how any of this works. This is going to be your home automation center. So right now it's covered in screws, but basically this is where you're going to plug in if you had a home security system, or you're going to plug in your internet, Wi-Fi, basically your automation center. So everything, all your technical stuff is all going to get plugged into here.
Yeah.
And then only other thing again is just missing the doorstop. So you just want to be careful. All right. But yeah, shelving wall secure, everything's staying, everything's mounted to the walls, secure, so no issues with here.
Got it. Great.
Picture of the shelves too.
The shelves all included or?
Yeah. Anytime
Attached.
anything's mounted, attached to the wall, then they'll include it.
Yes, they can take it.
You 주인 아줌마 되게
공을 많이 들여.
공부-
It's a lovely house.
Yeah,
You know,
and
no
she's
issues.
great. She's, I think,
What's that?
the owner. She's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me just close this.
The books she
maintained this house
that's great.
very well.
Great books.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
It's like a new home.
It
Really
is.
good.
It's really good. So this is
This
also
is-
not taken.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
I took picture.
Making our way to the
Yes.
kitchen.
She will probably
Tested
give us.
everything in the
catch
kitchen.
up.
Yeah.
Everything was
I'm sure
working
she
and
tells
functioning
you
well.
about.
Only one issue, and this is, if you were gonna ask for anything, this is one thing I may ask for. Dishwasher has a drain line. Drain line goes from the dishwasher to the disposal. Over time, it just gets built up with debris, gunk in there. So basically what's happening right now is when you go to drain the dishwasher, you know at the end the dishwasher runs, it washes everything, at the very end it will drain. Right now when it's draining, you're having water coming out of this gap right here. This is what's called an air gap. That's what it's designed for. Anytime that line gets filled with too much debris and gunk, water comes out of here, letting you know that it's time to service it. Pretty simple. So, and then I'll show you guys right here. So you have that gray line back here. See like that gray kind of rubber line?
Yeah.
That goes from the dishwasher to disposal. Right now that's clogged with food, debris. What you want to do is detach it from the disposal and clean it out and then reattach it, and then you won't have any more issues. Dishwasher's working and functioning well. It's just when you go to drain it, water's coming out of this air gap. That's how it's designed. It's basically telling you that there's just debris inside that airline.
Got it.
Alright. See, you do have a little bit of some deteriorated grout right behind there. So ideally you do want to get some caulking back in there. That way water and no moisture is getting
Yeah,
back
yeah.
into the cabinetry. But countertops were all in good shape. Outlets were all working and functioning well. Same thing with the disposal.
Termite.
Everything was in good shape with that. Tested all the burners, oven, gas powered, everything was working and functioning well. You have what's called a recirculating exhaust fan. So you don't have any vent to it. Basically what it's gonna do is air is gonna get sucked out through here and then get blown out from the top. That's how it's designed. Typically in condos when you have somebody above you, because they can't put the ducting through, this is what they'll do. So pretty common. Biggest thing is when you turn on the exhaust fan, you always wanna make sure you feel the air coming out from up front. If you don't feel any air coming out from up front, it means it's most likely broken and time to replace it. This, everything looked to be pretty brand new. Everything was working and functioning well. One thing we see on 99% of home inspections, by building code, the clearance should be 24 inches from the top of the stovetop to the bottom of the microwave. Now, we never ever see that because then you're putting the microwave head high, you're eliminating cabinet space. Biggest thing, it's really clean at the bottom. You just want to keep it that way. You just want to be diligent about cleaning the bottom. That way grease doesn't build up on you. Burners, everything was working and functioning well. Cabinetry was in good shape. Oven was heating up. Refrigerator was dispensing ice and water, so no issues besides that dishwasher.
Amazing.
How is it working like this is a purified water? Or?
Yeah, so this is purified water. There's a water line behind there that they
Yeah.
hook it up from the home. So yeah, it's purified water. So
How-
everything you get from here is like regular drinking water.
How to change the filter?
There's a filter built in there.
Yeah.
Every refrigerators are different. So as far as this one goes, not exactly sure
With
where.
this
oh,
one?
yeah,
Yes.
there it's gonna be.
Okay.
You just you'll get a filter. Oh, sorry. You want to take
Oh,
a
okay,
picture?
okay.
Yeah, when it's time to change the filter, see, it's already time. So you have it right there. It's telling you filter
Okay.
replace, so that means it's getting towards the end.
Right.
But yeah, you just punch it out and put it
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
new
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Pretty,
They sell it at
pretty
Home
simple.
Depot.
Okay.
This is the fridge I have. The difference, I have only one drawer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but they sell it or you can buy it online.
Great, great.
Yes.
Cabinets, everything was working and functioning well. Making our way to the laundry room.
Laundry.
Marcos,
Why?
Marcos,
Why?
Yes.
I'm also seeing a little crack here, like
Yes.
creeping. So
Yes.
maybe just like it's gonna be the same color
Yes.
with the other
Yes.
clothing. So yeah. Just
They
minor.
also have little markers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I know it's a little fix.
Mm-hmm.
It's not perfect, but what I just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because it's the
It's
age
better,
it's
it's
the
better.
age of the
Yeah.
and if you paint it, it's going to look the two different colors
Ah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
because
Yeah,
thi-
unfortunately
Exactly.
with the age, there's no really
yes.
repainting one shelf.
Yeah, yeah.
You kind of want to touch it up here and there, and then
Yeah.
The
just
house, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Your painter will do this at no charge to you, probably.
Okay.
But we can still ask from the seller.
Uh-huh.
I got no problem. But
Yeah,
if you have a painter, then he'll do it more professionally.
Yeah, if you're gonna repaint the interior and you
Yeah.
tell them if they could please do those
He'll do
touch-ups,
it.
he'll do it, no
I
problem.
Yes.
see. I see.
And if you do it yourself, it's gonna look different.
Yeah,
Probably.
just normal, wear and tear, nothing.
But I wanna just double confirm. We wanna use it as a like office later on, so move this dryer and washer to the garage. Is it doable from your view, or is?
It is doable. You don't have it. You're gonna have to move all your water and gas lines back there. So as far as how much that's gonna cost, I'm not 100% sure.
There's water heater there, so there's water line.
Yeah,
and
you
gas
can.
line.
You can move. You can move it if you want to. You're just gonna eliminate garage
This one?
space, but yeah, if you really want to, you can move it. You have gas, water lines back there, so.
Okay.
This one we'll ask our general contractor.
Okay.
Tested everything in here. Everything was working and functioning well. Dryer was gas powered, so you do have the gas connection for the dryer. So I don't know if it was leaving or staying. But you definitely want to make
So
sure that whatever
flexibility.
type of dryer you
So-
bring is gas powered as well.
Gas
So-
power, we need
Yeah.
that for the dryer. I didn't know that.
And then you have some cosmetic damage to the sink,
Well, so
just
it
normal
works.
wear.
Yes,
and
but
tear.
because it's been there for 19 years.
Is there a good way to make a
Yes. Now, you
cover
can,
it?
yes, you can paint it
Mhm.
if you want to.
Okay.
Or with
I'm
a
not-
with a just a deep cleaner, I think you can deep clean it.
Actually, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really, I don't
Yeah.
actually.
Yes. Now these are all going to be under warranty. So your washer, dryer, refrigerator, they're going to be under warranty for 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right over here is the water heater.
Uh-huh.
Water heater was in great shape. It's only 4 years old. Working and functioning well, has all the safety devices, everything was in good shape. Only one recommendation is see this drain line right here? That's what's called your temperature release valve. So on a very worst case scenario, hot water is gonna be expelled from this. Ideally, we like to see this line only 6 inches from the floor, because right now if hot water does come out of it, it's kind of splashing right around your knees. Now it is in the garage, so it's not the biggest thing, but just one of those safety things when we see, we have to point it out. Nothing the seller needs to fix, nothing you guys need to fix, but that's the only
Just
issue with
aware.
it. Everything else is working and functioning well.
Got it. If we are not using the hot water, then just turn it off like this is the
That's to
method?
the gas supply, yeah. If you're not using it, you can shut it off like that. But really, the way you want to do it is from here. This is the control, so you just want to turn this on off.
Thank you.
Tested the garage. Garage was in good shape. Flooring was in good shape. Ceilings, automatic opener, safety devices, everything was working and functioning well.
Nice.
Right over there is going to be the water shutoff valve. Kind of what I was talking about. So if for any reason you need to shut off the water in emergency, how this valve is running parallel with the pipe, you just want to turn it sideways like this,
Yeah.
and that will shut off the water. And then this is that pressure regulating valve I was
Okay.
talking about. So
Okay.
this is what regulates all the pressure throughout the home. So yeah, if you guys do want to increase the pressure, you just want to tighten this bolt a little bit. If you want to decrease the pressure, you just loosen it.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty simple to do, but I would just, if you're gonna have a plumber come out here for anything, they can do it for you, no
Right.
problem. Garage flooring, looks like they have a brand new coating. Everything was in good shape, functioning well with that. And the only thing I want to go over with you, and we missed it, is gonna be the sub panel inside the laundry room.
So
Oh,
panel.
panel in the laundry room.
Yeah, so basically gonna be for all your electrical, if you any have loose power, any breakers or anything like that. I just wanna show you where your sub panel's gonna be. And yeah, all is seam mounted except for that one, so I'm pretty sure this shelving's gonna stay, but not 100% sure. And then yeah, if you wanted to move your washer and dryer right here, you could do that, no problem. Yeah, you have all the lines. The biggest thing they're gonna need to do is just find somewhere to duct the dryer vent.
Got it. So Imo, are you tempted to do that?
What?
Renovating this place as an office? Really? If that's you, jump then.
Right here is gonna be your sub panel. So if you lose, you wanna get
Fine,
my
yeah,
phone?
I'm
You
gonna
got
go
it.
Thank you. Just real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't agree. Alright, cool.
Right here is gonna be the sub panel. So basically all your breaker controls, everything's labeled, everything's working and functioning well. Had all solid copper, multi-copper wiring, so no issues at all with the sub panel.
This is for the electronics.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What is this for?
That?
Yeah.
That's gonna be for the AC
AC.
unit, so your
Yeah,
air
okay.
conditioner.
Okay.
Where is the air conditioning?
Yeah, that's the last thing I want to show you, and then we'll be done with the report. Yeah, just on the side of the home.
Okay.
And then yeah, that's the last thing. If you guys had any, if you guys have any other questions before we go on, take a look at the air conditioning unit.
I'm fine. Let's go.
Oh, there's a, you know, yes, we know it already.
Oh, you know it? Okay. Then I'll put it on.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it's there, for sure. I put it on my report too.
Yeah, so because there's multiple ones, yours is gonna be right over here. It's nice because it's only around 1 to 2 years old, working and functioning really well. Typically those will go anywhere between 20 to 25 years, so plenty of life left on it. That's gonna be air conditioning right there. Only recommendation is see how it's on that like a raised plastic platform?
Yeah.
Ideally, it should be secured to that platform. So right now, it's just kind of sitting on it. Ideally, you do want some type of bracket to hold it in place.
Yeah.
Just because when it starts up, it does move a little bit. And you see how you have those refrigerant lines coming out of the wall? Those are all in good shape, but when it starts, you just don't want to do any damage to it. So pretty simple to a handyman can do that, no problem. I mean, to be honest, you guys could probably do it. It's pretty simple.
Like going to Home Depot.
Yeah,
they're
you just
finding
need to
the-
get a little metal. It's called an L bracket. It's a metal bracket that looks like the shape of an L. You just want to unscrew one of those bolts at the bottom and then drill it into the pad. Basically, just get it so when you turn it on, it doesn't move on you.
Got it.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the report. Now, again, I know it was a lot of information, but everything I talk about, I'll get to you guys later on tonight. It's gonna have photos, pictures, locations. So everything we talked about will be in there for you
Very
guys. I'll be in the
educational.
report.
Yeah, very educational.
And then
really
here-
appreciate it.
Of course, here's
Yeah.
my card. If you guys are looking at it later and have any
Yes.
questions, you
Yeah.
can either call or email me.
Yes.
My main number is going to be right there just because I did the report. So if you have any questions,
see.
go ahead and call me and then we can go over the report again.
Sounds
Got it. But yeah, everything was in really good
Okay.
shape.
Thank you.
Of course, you guys got it.
Yeah.
So, do you have cash now or?
In the car.
Okay, in the car. So you're
Yeah.
gonna pick up the